Hi, this is Tammy from DIY Domination, and in this video, I'm going to help you learn how to groom your dog or cat at home. It all starts with having the right tools. To keep your pet's coat clean and healthy, you'll need a pet-specific brush or comb that's suitable for your pet's coat type. Whether your furry friend has long or short hair, there's a brush just for them. Next, you'll need shampoo and conditioner made especially for dogs or cats. These products are formulated to be safe and gentle on your pet's skin and fur. Don't forget about towels for drying, a bathtub or basin for bathing, and perhaps a non-slip mat for safety. For the ears, cotton balls or gauze will do the trick. If your pet needs a trim, you'll need pet-safe scissors or clippers. For nail care, you'll need clippers or a grinder, and styptic powder or a styptic pencil for those accidental nicks. Lastly, always have treats or rewards on hand to make grooming a positive experience for your pet. Now that we have everything ready, it's time to create a comfortable grooming space for our furry friend. Choosing the right spot for grooming is crucial for a smooth and stress-free process. The ideal grooming area is quiet, well-lit, and comfortable for both you and your pet. It's preferable to choose a familiar spot where your pet feels safe and relaxed. A room with easy-to-clean floors like tiles or wood makes for a good choice, considering the potential mess. Once you've picked the spot, be sure to gather all your grooming supplies and keep them within easy reach. You want everything on hand so you won't have to leave your pet mid-groom. But before we dive into the grooming process, let's make sure our furry friend is calm and ready. A quick play session or a walk could help burn off some energy. Offering a treat or a favorite toy might also do the trick. Remember, a relaxed pet makes for a much easier grooming session. With our pet relaxed and our space ready, we can move on to brushing. Brushing your pet is more than just making them look good. It's about keeping their coat healthy. It's an essential part of grooming that helps in removing dirt, distributing natural oils throughout the coat, and preventing matting. Now, there's a right way to brush your pet's coat, and it starts with the right tools. Different pets with their varying coat types require different brushes or combs. For instance, a slicker brush is great for pets with long hair, while a bristle brush works best for those with short hair. Once you've chosen the appropriate brush or comb, it's time to get down to business. Start by brushing your pet's fur in the direction of hair growth. This is typically from head to tail, but the hair on some breeds may grow in different directions, so be sure to observe your pet's coat closely. Brushing against the direction of hair growth can be uncomfortable for your pet and can cause unnecessary tangles. So remember, always go with the flow of the fur. As you brush, be gentle. You don't want to hurt your pet by pulling on their hair or scraping their skin with the brush. Use slow, smooth strokes and take your time. Rushing through the brushing process can lead to missed tangles and mats, which can cause problems later on. While brushing, be sure to check for any abnormalities such as lumps, bumps, or skin irritations. These could be signs of health issues that need to be addressed. If you come across any, it's best to consult with a vet. Also, don't forget to brush all parts of your pet's body. That includes the chest, belly, and tail. Some pets may be sensitive about certain areas being brushed, so approach these spots with extra care and gentleness. And that's about it. With regular brushing, you'll keep your pet's coat looking shiny and healthy, and you'll reduce the amount of fur flying around your house. A well-brushed pet is a happy pet. Now let's move on to the bathing process. Bathing your pet can be a fun and bonding experience if done correctly. The first step to a successful bath time is preparing the water. Fill your bathtub or basin with warm water. Not too hot, just comfortable to touch. Remember, our furry friends have sensitive skin, and we don't want them to associate bath time with discomfort. Now it's time to introduce your pet to the water. Always be gentle and reassuring. Wet their body thoroughly, starting from the neck and working your way down. Be careful to avoid their head and ears. A handheld shower head or a cup can be your best friend in this process, allowing you to control where and how much water goes. Next up, we have the shampoo stage. Use a pet-specific shampoo to lather your pet's coat. Just like with the water, start from the neck and work your way down. It's crucial to be careful around their eyes, ears, and mouth. We don't want to cause any irritation or discomfort. And remember, a little shampoo goes a long way. It's not about the amount you use, but how you use it. Now, we've reached the rinse-off stage. Make sure you thoroughly rinse your pet, ensuring there's no soap hiding in their fur. If necessary, use a pet conditioner to give that extra shine and softness to your pet's coat. Repeat the same process as with the shampoo: apply, lather, and rinse. A common mistake many pet owners make is rushing through the rinsing process. Take your time. It's better to over-rinse than to leave soap residue in their fur, which can cause skin irritation. Make this a relaxing and enjoyable experience for both you and your pet. And there you have it, a clean and happy pet. But we're not done just yet. After a nice bath, it's time to get our pet dry and comfortable, but we will cover that in the next scene. For now, give yourself and your pet a pat on the back. You've just completed a successful bath time. Drying your pet correctly is just as important as the bath itself. After bathing, gently blot your pet's coat with a towel to remove excess water. Avoid vigorous rubbing as it can cause matting and stress your furry friend. If your pet is comfortable with the noise, consider using a pet-specific hair dryer on a low, cool setting. Keep the dryer at a safe distance to prevent overheating and always avoid their face. Now let's talk about ears. Ears are a sensitive area that require careful attention. To clean your pet's ears, use a damp cotton ball or gauzy cloth. Gently wipe the outer ear, cleaning only what you can see. Never insert anything into the ear canal as it can cause serious harm. Remember, some pets may have more wax or debris than others, and that's okay. With our pet dry and their ears clean, we can move on to nail trimming. Nail trimming and hair cutting can be tricky, but with patience and care, it can be done safely at home. Let's start with nail trimming. It's essential to keep our pet's nails at a comfortable length. Overgrown nails can lead to discomfort, and in some cases, health issues. Now, if you've never trimmed your pet's nails before, it might be a good idea to have a vet or a professional groomer show you how it's done first. When you're ready to give it a go, grab your pet-safe nail clippers or a grinder. Make sure to be cautious not to cut too close to the quick, the pink part inside the nail, as it can cause pain and bleeding. If you do accidentally cut into the quick, don't panic. Apply some styptic powder or use a styptic pencil to stop the bleeding. Next, let's talk about hair cutting. This step might not be necessary for all pets, but for those with longer hair or specific breeds, a little trim can keep them looking neat and prevent matting. Again, it's recommended to get some professional guidance before attempting this at home. When trimming your pet's hair, use pet-friendly scissors or clippers, and be extra careful around sensitive areas like the face and paws. Remember, the goal isn't a perfect hairstyle, but to keep your pet comfortable and their coat manageable. Throughout this process, remember to keep things positive. Praise your pet, give them their favorite treat, and let them know they're doing a great job. This can help make the experience less stressful for them, and who knows, they might even start to enjoy these grooming sessions. Let's not forget, every pet is unique, and so are their grooming needs. If you're unsure about anything, don't hesitate to consult a professional. With our pet's nails and hair taken care of, we can wrap up the grooming process. Grooming your pet at home can be a rewarding experience for both of you. As you finish up the grooming process, don't forget that a little praise and reward can go a long way. Offering your pet a treat or a snuggle can help create positive associations with grooming. This can turn a potentially stressful experience into a bonding ritual that your furry friend will learn to enjoy. Now, let's give your pet a final brushing to ensure their coat is neat and free from tangles. This is the perfect time to check for any spots you might have missed during the grooming process. When all is said and done, it's cleanup time. Dry off your tools and put them away. Wipe down your grooming area so it's ready for next time. And there you have it, a well-groomed pet, thanks to your loving and patient hands. Remember, regular grooming is key to your pet's health and happiness.